Hey guys, welcome to ZV Footy TV. We're here today with your hosts,
Alexis.
and Christian. Welcome to the channel where we'll talk everything football related, from transfers, player forms, teams, predictions, and or player hate watches. Not excluding team hate watching. And everything Inter Miami.
Quick background of the both of us. We both have grown up watching and playing footy from when we were 4 or 5. Painfully bought every FIFA since '08 and have a closet full of jerseys.
Please like and subscribe, and feel free to leave your thoughts in the comments below.
For our first ever episode, we'll be talking about the Champions League, Matchday 4, where we have a lot of big fixtures, but also not so big fixtures.
Any fixture in the Champions League is a big fixture.
Today, we will give our predictions, our scoreline, maybe who even scores, see if there's a Hattie in there or not.
Well, let's get started.
All right, so the first game we got on Tuesday, November 4th, we got Slavia Prague against Arsenal.
Hands down, Arsenal's going to win. It's going to be an easy 5-0 route.
Oh.
What a Gabriel Martinelli goal
Oh.
and a Victor Gyökeres goal.
Honestly, can't say anything about Arsenal. They've been one of the most informed teams this year. Their defense is crazy, and 5-0 seems like a lot. The thing with Arsenal, once they get to like 2-0, they kind of start backing off. But it's definitely going to be Arsenal win. Put that in the bag.
It's a good opportunity to make a statement win and let them know that they're here to win the Champions League this year.
Definitely. See how far they can go. Next up, though, we do have Napoli against Frankfurt.
I think Napoli's going to beat Frankfurt. I don't know if you've seen, but Frankfurt, their first 3 matches. First match was a 5-1 win, and if I'm not mistaken, their last 2 were 5-1 losses in the Champions League. So they've definitely fallen out of form in the Champions League at the moment.
But Napoli doesn't have a very good record right now in Champions League. They got 2 losses and 1 win. And their coach isn't very fond of the Champions League, if you want to say that. He's not known for it.
I think Antonio Conte is going to pull through.
I don't know. He's never done that. He's always the coach that prioritizes the league before any Champions League.
Well, they do have experienced players. Lukaku, Scott McTominay. Oof. Unfortunately, KDB is injured, but I still think they'll pull through.
So what was the scoreline for that one for you?
I'm going to say it's going to be a 1-0 for Napoli.
1-0 for Napoli. I'm going to go with the 2-2. I think it's going to be a draw.
Okay.
A couple goals, but definitely a 2-2 kind of speaks to me.
Okay.
Our third game we do have is Atletico Madrid against Union Saint-Gilloise.
It's going to be an Atletico Madrid win.
Has to be. It kind of has to be.
Has to be. I think it's going to be a 1-0. It is Cholo Simeone after all.
But honestly, everybody keeps saying that it's Cholo, but he hasn't been playing that defensive park the bus anymore.
And attacking doesn't really work out for him, in my opinion.
Never did.
So I think it's going to be a 1-0 win. 1-0? They're going to score, they're going to park the bus, and it's going to be like every other Atletico Madrid game.
Would it be too early to say a Julian Alvarez goal?
Can't rule it out.
Can't rule it out. But with Atletico Madrid, where's Griezmann been at? I think he's been riding the bench a lot.
It's the age.
Yep, it's definitely the age. He needs to maybe start going to MLS soon.
It's going to make his move to LAFC one day.
It's bound to be. They got the French league right there. All right, moving on. We got Bodo Glimt. What are they doing in the Champions League?
What the hell is Bodo Glimt doing in the Champions League?
I love it. Against Monaco.
If you know the meme, if you know, you know.
I'll put it in the video as well.
I think it's going to be a Bodo Glimt win.
I think so.
It's going to be a 1-0. Narrow win.
Narrow win. Both of them are actually not doing very good in form. Bodo Glimt is still looking for their first win. Same as Monaco, actually. Both of them are on 2 draws and a loss each. I think Bodo Glimt's win's coming in.
It's loading.
Then we're moving on to Juventus against Sporting.
I think it's going to be a close game. Juventus are definitely not in form. Last 5 matches, they got 3 losses in there.
That's crazy.
They're not doing too hot right now, and Sporting is coming off of a really good form. I think Sporting might snatch a win.
This is going to be an upset.
I think so. I think
so as
Sporting
well.
might snatch a 2-0 win.
2-0, that's crazy. I think it's going to be like a 2-1. Juventus, their last game in the Champions League with Madrid, they showed a little glimpses, but Madrid definitely dominated it. But I don't know. I think against Sporting, they might get 1 goal at least, but definitely a 2-1.
I don't think they're getting on a scoreboard.
Damn, that's crazy. That's hard.
Last 5 matches, they've only scored 3 goals.
That's not, yeah, you can't rule that out either. Damn, sorry, Juventus fans. I was trying to help you guys out. Now, the next game, possibly one of the biggest games. We got Liverpool against Real Madrid. I'm going to let you take over as a Madrid aficionado.
Well, Liverpool are not in form. Last 5 matches, 4 losses.
Crazy.
Madrid's last 5 matches, 5 wins.
And that's coming out of a win from El Clásico.
And they're coming off of a classical win, not including this weekend's Valencia game that's yet to still be played. I think Madrid's going to take it. And I honestly think that Madrid is going to make a fool of Liverpool at Anfield. I think Madrid's going to go and they're going to walk away with a comfortable 3-0 win.
Can we say it's a statement win for Madrid?
It's going to be a statement, and we're here for business win for Real Madrid. I definitely think Kylian Mbappe is going to get on the score sheet.
He's been crazy.
And possibly even Jude Bellingham.
I see the shouts. Definitely Kylian Mbappe. He's going for that golden boot. He's just in form right now. He's crazy. Again, yeah, you are right. Again. But yeah, Liverpool, I don't know. The team's not clicking. I don't know if it's Arne Slot, but team's not clicking. Isak still to find form. Florian Wirtz, do not even know who this player is right now. Can't tell. What's the scoreline for this one?
Like I said a couple of seconds ago, 3-0 win.
3-0?
Statement win.
I think I'm going to go with a 4-0. I think Virgil van Dijk, we all seen the memes of him. I think
He's going to do
again.
The running man.
Oh, no. All right, moving on. The next game we got is Olympiacos against PSV. One of the, not the biggest fixture around, but definitely they have their fan base.
It's going to be an entertaining game. They're both in form. Last 5 matches, only team that has a loss is Olympiacos. It was against Barcelona. Can't really blame them for that one, but I think that it's going to be an entertaining 1-1 draw.
Definitely. I believe it is going to be a 1-1 draw as well. PSV is not the greatest form, but I don't know. In the Champions League, sometimes form goes out the window. Another big match we got coming up. PSG against Bayern Munich.
Man, I got to tell you, both of these teams, they're in form. Both of these teams have big-time players.
One of them is coming out of injuries, though, in PSG, but the other one is just running riot in the Bundesliga.
Bayern Munich has just made a very big statement win against Bayer Leverkusen. 3-0 win at home. And I think Bayern Munich are out to send a message that they want to win the Champions League. They're going to win the league. They're going to win the DFB Pokal. I think they're going for the treble. I think with them beating PSG, they're sending that message to the rest of Europe also. I think it's going to be a 3-2 win for Bayern Munich.
3-2 win. Crazy, but I'm going to have to agree with the Bayern Munich win. I think I'm going to go with like a 3-1. PSG still does have injuries. Some of their players are coming back, but they're not going to be in form for this game. Bayern Munich right now is just too strong. Like I said with Kylian Mbappe, going for the golden boot. Harry Kane is going for the boot right now. He is unstoppable. Every game is like a goal fest for him.
Hey, the German machine is waking up.
Oh, my God. Next game we got, probably your favorite, Tottenham Hotspurs against Copenhagen.
Honestly, I don't even want to comment. Spurs are not in form. Copenhagen is not in form. But the levels in play is drastically different. I don't
100%.
see Copenhagen really having the capacity of beating the Spurs at home. I think the Spurs are going to go away with Probably a 2-1 win.
As of right now, the day of recording, we did just get off from watching Spurs against Chelsea. Chelsea did get a narrow win of 1-0. But I don't know. Spurs, they weren't looking good. But like you said, it's Copenhagen. Sorry we have any Copenhagen fans watching, but put it in the bag. I believe Spurs are going to run away with it. Give it a 3-0 win. Make it a statement win for them. Just bouncing back from something. Next up, we got Pafos against Villarreal.
Well, no offense to who and what a Paphos is. Couldn't even tell you what league they come from. Oh, they play in Cyprus. Okay, that's interesting.
Are they playing home or away?
They're playing at home.
So Villarreal has a
So
trip.
Villarreal has to make the trip. And Villarreal is going to make the trip, and they're going to go ahead, and they're going to walk away with their first win of the Champions League, hopefully, and it's going to be a comfortable 3-0 win.
Definitely, I think Villarreal has to get this win. It is definitely going to be a trip going all the way to Paphos to Cyprus, you said. Definitely a trip, but hey, they got to do what they got to do. They got to get this win. Next up, we got Karabakh against Chelsea. Again, this is leaning to one side. I definitely believe it's going to be a Chelsea one. Joao Pedro, like I said today, the Spurs against Chelsea. Joao Pedro got a goal finally. So,
I have to disagree.
oh,
Karabakh is in Champions League form.
what's their last fixtures looking like?
Karabakh, last 5 games, 3 wins, a draw, and a loss. I think Karabakh's going to draw at Stamford Bridge.
And it's at Stamford Bridge.
I think they're going to grind out a 0-0 draw.
Damn. Let's see if you get that one right, because that's actually a shout right there. That is definitely a shout. But obviously Chelsea, when they play in the Conference League, that's when they were showing out last year. On Champions League, I don't know, man. Next up, we got Ajax against Galatasaray.
I think it's going to be easy. Galatasaray win.
Definitely.
All
Ajax
the way.
is not in form. Ajax, they look like a shadow of themselves.
Hey, Ajax hasn't kept a clean sheet in their last 11 games.
Exactly.
I find it hard to believe if they'll even get on the score sheet. And Galatasaray unbeaten in the last 5 games.
That's crazy.
I think Victor Osimhen's going to bag a brace, and I think Galatasaray might walk away maybe with a 3-0, maybe even a 4-0 win.
That is definitely crazy. It's at home at Ajax, right?
It is.
I know Galatasaray's away record isn't the greatest, but it's Ajax. Like, put that in the bag. Definitely Gala's going to go away and win it. So, nothing really to talk about there. Next up, Benfica against Bayer Leverkusen.
Well, in the Champions League, both of them are not in form. Both of them are looking for their first win. Benfica in the league, they are in form. Bayer Leverkusen in their league, they're also in form, but they did just come off a 3-0 loss to Bayern Munich. So they will be healing their wounds. I think this is going to be a very close game for the both of them. I think they're both going to fight very hard to get their first win. I do think Benfica might get their first win. It is at home. They should feel inspired. I think they're going to go out and maybe grind out a 1-0 win or maybe even a 2-1.
I mean, hey, you can never, ever doubt the great, great manager of Erik ten Hag. Let me stop there.
Well, that's why he got fired.
Yeah, definitely probably one of the biggest downfalls of a team from last season to this season, besides Liverpool, obviously.
Yeah, 2-3 years ago, winning the league, and then, man.
Winning the league undefeated. They didn't lose a game. The only game they lost was their
Europa League final.
Yep.
Against Atalanta.
Yep. That is the
Ademola
only game they
Lookman
lost.
really did one on them. But
that is crazy.
Hey, can't win them all sometimes.
I mean, they definitely lost the manager. They brought another manager that's not so good, and lost a lot of players on top of that. So, you're going with the Benfica win?
Yeah.
Definitely has to be a Benfica win. Next up, we got Club Brugge against Barcelona.
Well, not much to talk about here. Barcelona, they're coming off a 2-1 loss in a Clásico. And Club Brugge, in form, gonna say here, very confidently with a lot of confidence, Barcelona's going to end up beating Club Brugge. It's going to be a 5-0, 6-0 route. If honestly, you're going to see a couple goals. If Rafinha's back in the squad, Rafinha get a couple goals in. That's just going to be a route. There's not much to be said.
Yeah, I believe so. Barcelona definitely needs to win. Just like their last Champions League game against Olympiacos, where they won 6-0, I believe, or 6-1. They definitely need goals. They need to boost their confidence up because in La Liga it's not looking good for them. Like you said, they definitely lost to Madrid. And they need a statement win. But like I said, it is Club Brugge. They are playing in Bruges though, so we'll see how that goes. They do have a lot of injuries. Hopefully Rafinha can come back, maybe score a hattie or something, but definitely Barcelona. I'm going to go with the 4-0 win. Next up, we got Inter Milan against Kairat.
Well. The mighty Kairat Almaty. They're a team to not be messed with. They hail from Kazakhstan. If you didn't know, Madrid traveled 10 plus hours to play their game against Kairat Almaty. Very good team. They dominate the Kazakhstani league every year. But unfortunately, traveling to Milan to play Inter at home,
San Siro.
they're just going to go and show face. I think Inter Milan are going to come off. They're going to score as many goals as they can to just make a statement that even against smaller teams, you can't let the foot off the gas pedal. I think we're going to see a 4-0 win, a couple goals from Lautaro Martinez and Marcus Thuram.
El Toro. Lautaro Martinez. We do have Inter Milan, finalists of last year's Champions League. We all know how that ended. But yeah, like you said, the game is in Milan at the San Siro, so I don't see a way that Inter loses this. The only way they do lose this is by their own defeat.
That's
Next
right.
up, Manchester City against Borussia Dortmund.
It's always a entertaining fixture. The last few times they've played each other, it's always been really entertaining. But I do think Manchester City with, the loss of KDB, Tejan Reinders trying to find his feet once again. I still think City's going to beat Dortmund. I think City's going to definitely pull off a 2-0 win. It's going to be a brace from the man himself, Erling Haaland.
You say a brace, I'm going to go with the Hattie. Haaland, it is at home at Manchester, but Haaland playing his old club in Borussia Dortmund. Definitely going to do a Hattie there. And like I said earlier, with Kane and Mbappe, there's another player going for the Golden Boot this early in the season. Just incredible form from the Norwegian. What was the prediction you said?
I think it's going to be a 2-0 win.
2-0 win. I'm going to go with the 3-1 actually. I think Dortmund will get one goal back because City's defense hasn't been the greatest. But Haaland's going to be too much for them. Next up, we got Marseille against Atalanta.
Man. Marseille, really big French team. The results, though, don't show it. They're in much better form than Atalanta. They do have 2 wins in their last 5 games, but also 2 losses. Atalanta, on the other hand, 4 draws and a loss in their last 5 games. I think this is going to be a very dull 0-0 draw. Atalanta are a shadow of what they were maybe 2 years ago. And Marseille, I think they've just had a hard time to find their feet to become a formidable force as they once used to be. They are in the Champions League after all, but they haven't shown much of why they belong there.
You do say that, but you do know Marseille is in second place right now in Ligue 1. They are not very far from PSG, but we all know PSG definitely dominates Ligue 1. But, like he was saying, Atalanta, what happened to them last year, they are sitting in 10th place. So I believe Marseille will get the win. I go with the 2-0 win. Nothing crazy, not the best game to watch, but hey, Marseille fans, if you disagree, please let us know. And then closing this out, we do have Newcastle at St. James Park against Athletic Club.
I think Newcastle's going to take the win. Athletic Club. Their only win came off of beating Karabakh in the Champions League. Newcastle, they can boast a 3-0 win against Benfica in their last match. I think Newcastle's going to make easy work of Bilbao. They're going to walk away with, maybe a 3-1 win or a 2-0 win.
I agree. Definitely, especially at St. James Park, that is like a fortress for them. I believe there might even be a Walter Modded goal in there, or as some people call them, Voldemort.
The Nick Voldemort goal. It's coming. Telling you.
He is standing at like 6'8" anyways. Put that ball in the box, he can just head it straight into goal.
Yeah, absolutely.
And one of the biggest downfalls, what happened to Nico Williams? From the great Euros he had, just flopping this season. I have not even heard anything about him.
Well, let's see if Barcelona still fork out 100 million euros for him.
At this point, I hope not. With the form that Rafinha was in as a left winger, and now with Marcus Rashford, please don't.
All right, guys. So that concludes today's episode. We appreciate you guys watching. Please tune in next week for next week's episode, where we're going to give our Premier League predictions for the next match day. So, again, like and subscribe and leave your thoughts below on this week's Champions League fixtures.
Definitely comment below what you guys think. Give us your predictions. Give us the craziest shouts you guys have, and maybe we might even review that. Who knows? But thank you guys for listening.
Have a good one.